Okay, here we are back on site. I'm working on the subfloor now. It's all been hacked up. It's 24 inch center since there's a condo here. So anytime you have a joist system with 24 inch on center plywood, this is 3/4, but 24 inch on center is pretty wide. So when you have this case, you want to go over with a minimum of 3/8 plywood to stiffen it up. I don't like to go that thin. I would say the least you want to go is 1/2 inch, but I had some 3/4 inch plywood laying around, so I'm going to use that. So I'm making sure that there's only one joist that goes across here. That one's under the wall. Other side over here is under this floor. So it's making sure that I fasten it down. I see you got a couple of screws in here, make sure that nothing's squeaking. You want to go back and forth, move around, make sure everything is solid. And once it is, I'm gonna pre-cut my 3/4 inch plywood here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take measurements to the exact center of this drain. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put down the plywood, put a couple screws in it, and drill my hole. And that should be exactly where I want it. So I'm gonna take a measurement off the bottom plate here and probably over there, and just write that down on the walls. Then once I get a few screws in it, mark it, drill right through, and the hole should be right on. Okay, all the plywood's down, fastened every 6 to 8 inches roughly. Doesn't gotta be exact, but you want to definitely make sure you have enough screws. And when I'm using these guys here, 1.25 inch construction grade screws, meant for subfloors. They're good for anything but structural framing. Like if I had to add some 2x4s here, no problem. But anything structural, you want to use nails or bigger type bolt screws. But anyway, 1.25 inch those, so you don't penetrate all the way through. You just want to grab the first layer of plywood and go through, but not penetrating into the joist. I'll show you what I mean here. So basically, this thread, you want to pretty much grab the whole piece of plywood. You can go through the plywood like, you know, 1/8 inch or so, but more than that, then you can not really hold anything because the threads are really holding it. So you want to go into the plywood, just not into the joist. That's why I use the shortest screws. So this is all down. Got a plug and drain. Hole is drilled. Okay, curb is in. Now it's always a good idea. You want to toenail the curb onto the framing. That allows it to not go in and out. It really stabilizes it. I mean, not something that absolutely has to be done, but it's really a good idea. Pull my nails in. It's a good idea. You take your nails, shoot them this way and that way, back and forth on an angle. That way this thing that has nowhere to go, it's going to grab the nails and it's going to be rock solid. And you can feel this thing. This is solid. There's no joist here, so I got it screwed to the subfloor, which is 2 layers of 1.75 inch, so that's 1.5 inches. I got 3-inch screws going in the first 2x4 into this subfloor to hold it. Everything else is nailed. 10D 3-inch nails. There you go.